Today, I'm going to take you on a 24-hour locals tour of Sanya. But first, let's get some breakfast. This alleyway is one of my favorite places to explore new foods. This is a new breakfast place that I found, and they sell changfen, which is a super popular breakfast item here. So changfen is a rice noodle that has a filling inside. They have all different types of fillings, but traditional ones are beef and egg, and that's what we're going to try today. Let's go. Let's give it a try. The rice noodle has a super silky smooth texture. It has the mushroom sauce instead of the regular soy sauce. The taste is really mild. It has a slightly savory taste. This is egg filling, and this is beef filling. I haven't really had the mushroom sauce before, and it really adds another layer of complexity to the dish. Normal ones are usually like ground beef, but this is like actual pieces of beef in it. Kind of a pleasant surprise. I don't think this is really traditional Guangzhou changfen to put peppers in it, but because we're in Hainan, they always have these pickled pepper sauce next to it. So let's give spicy changfen a try. It's good. I love these peppers. They're so good. They're good on anything. Let's go to our next stop. This is the first agricultural market of Sanya. It is the most well-known market here. It's located in the middle of the city. I'm inside the market now. There's vegetable stalls, dry food stalls, and meat stalls. I think the produces here are way overpriced. I know a secret spot that has much cheaper fruit. Probably will blow your mind on how much cheaper it is. If you don't know where you're going here, you will definitely get overcharged for produce and fruits. I think this place has turned into a bit of a tourist destination as opposed to like a locals market because of how famous it is. Let's go find some lunch. Alright, so we're here at our lunch spot for the day. We're getting Baoluo fen. It's a rice dish that comes from a county called Baoluo. So I've never tried this before. It's my first time trying it. Let's go check it out. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and it's still super crowded. I got the last table that was available. This is what Baoluo fen looks like. There's pickled vegetables, a bunch of aromatics, peanuts. So I got the seafood version, which has clams and shrimp in it. The broth is super mild and light. And it has rice noodles. The rice noodles are nice and chewy. It's not soft. Has a good bite to it. Super good. Has a slightly savory taste to it. It's not very strong. Also has a little bit of fishy taste to it too. This is a Hainanese specialty pepper called a lantern pepper. It's super spicy, and almost every local restaurant has one of these pickled peppers there. So let's add some to our soup. Small spoonful. Super good. Let's try a shrimp. This tastes like fresh shrimp, actually. For the price, which I'm really surprised by. The shrimp is like slightly sweet. Doesn't taste like frozen shrimp. This alleyway has a super cool name. It's called Coconut Wind Alley. Isn't that cool? That's like so fitting of an island life. After some spicy food, I always crave sweets. There's this really cool and famous shop here. This place specializes in pandan desserts. So pandan is a type of a leaf. The way they process it is they wash the leaf really thoroughly. They put blended leaf in a cheesecloth and they squeeze out that juice. And then they put the juice in the dough, and that's how you get the bright green dough these desserts are made of. Has a really refreshing taste. It's super spongy, slightly sweet. It's like a very light dessert. Tastes really good. Highly recommend. Let's get more. I'm in front of this 阿菊冷饮店. It's famous for its fried ice and 清补凉, which is a coconut-based sweet dessert that's super popular here in Hainan and especially in Sanya. So when I was here, probably about 6 years ago, this was a tiny store that like no one knew about. But today, it's a super popular store because of the internet, and it's my first time back since then. So let's see if it's any different from my memories from back then. All right, let's go check it out. 炒清补凉。13。好嘞。
在这里吃啊？
在这吃。
来，哪个还会做吧？做好我送过去。
好。They used to only be in where the kitchen is now, but since then, they've expanded to next door where the dining area is.
还有吗？
没有了。Okay, this is fried 清补凉. Inside, there's red beans, mung beans. The base is a coconut milk type. It's slightly sweet, and it's put on a cold plate, kind of like cold stone. Pretty sweet. The beans are really sweet, and it has a nice, soft, icy texture to it. It's really nice for the hot weather here in Sanya. It's so refreshing. It really cools you down with how hot it is outside. The coconut flavor is not that strong. It's pretty mild. It just tastes sweet and icy, which is perfect. It's the perfect dessert after a meal. The ice is super creamy and thin. It's not very crunchy. It's like smooth. Almost like coconut ice cream, but there's no cream. It's very light. It's light and creamy. It's really good. So I lied. There's more than just beans. At the very bottom I was eating, there's watermelon and raisins and this jelly, which I really like. There's the peanuts. So at the bottom, there's a layer of more ingredients, and on top is the coconut ice. I'd have to say that they're still as good as I remember them to be, even years later. I'm here in my secret spot where I usually get fruits in Sanya. It's 商品街巷子里. That dragon fruit was 2.8 yuan per 500 grams. So 5 of these huge dragon fruit was only 24 yuan, or like $3 and some change. In contrast, at the first agricultural market, they were selling it for $10 per 500 grams, nearly 4 times the price as they have it here. Okay, so we got Jackfruit and rambutan from this shop. This street is a little less crowded and the prices are a little better. Let's see what else we can find. 新不新鲜山竹？好的，新鲜。Got some mangosteens. This was the only shop here that I found mangosteens on. So it actually isn't that much cheaper than at the first agricultural market. It's only 1 yuan cheaper. But for some reason it seems like it's really expensive this year. Alright, let's go. 一盒多少钱？10块。10块。这盒大概多重？我们没有剩，都是蒜头，没有拿是剩。好。还有胖几个在那边。10块3斤。都不少就正好给你们了。谢谢。Okay, so this is jackfruit. You see those giant spiky fruits. And this is pre-peeled jackfruit that's selling for 10 yuan per case. Let's give it a try. It has such an interesting flavor. Kind of tastes like really sweet pineapple with a chewy texture. In Chinese, jackfruit is called pineapple honey. And I can really see why. It like has the aroma of pineapple, but it's not as juicy. All of these fruit stalls are in a Chengzhongchun. Chengzhongchun literally translates to village in a city, and it's characterized by older buildings, narrow alleyways like this, and really dense construction. It has a mixture of residential, commercial, and industrial spaces. The buildings are normally quite old and they're in varying conditions. This place is an interesting mixture of urban and rural features. You'll find street vendors and small workshops along the sides of streets, but it's also inside a big city. It's an interesting blend of rural and urban qualities. It provides an affordable living option for the migrant workers. The rent here is usually much lower than elsewhere. In turn, it also means that the quality of life here is lower because of how densely packed it is. This is the Coconut Wind Alley from earlier in the day. Look at what's here now. It is literally in the middle of the night market now. This street has completely transformed in the matter of a couple of hours. It is filled with people. And it's the perfect way to end your day. Both sides of the alley is just pretty much filled with street food. And there's also mangosteens for sale. This night market is one of the most popular night market and the biggest in Sanya. This is where all the tourists come to. There has to be like 20 stalls on each side, and it's all different type of foods. I hope you enjoyed this 24-hour tour like a local. Comment below which stalls you would like me to try. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.